Well, I think you come from a very small high school, and you have to learn to associate with people who have come from other local high schools as well. So you're making a lot of new friends, and you're broadening your experience with respect to the world itself, you know, and how it functions. So I think that that's probably the most important thing that you get out of it, is the perspective and views of other people.
I think we were motivated to get on with, we wanted to finish what we were doing and find a place in the adult world quickly, because we had been, our preparation had been interrupted.
Get as much education as you can.
Don't waste your time. This is a very fortunate time in life when you don't have many responsibilities for other people. But it's very important to prepare yourself, knowing, I hope they would know this, that your education should continue throughout your life. But while you're in college, you should learn how to study and acquire a further motivation.
That's true. You know, the opening for education should be continuous, and that should be a motivation for you throughout your life.
That's why I have a very strong preference for the liberal arts education that ideally can stimulate multiple interests, intellectual interests, because you don't really know where life is going to take you. You may think you have an idea at the beginning, but you will encounter a number of crossroads, and you'll need all the help you can to know which way to move.
Correct. Understanding people is the important thing, and only by having exposure to a variety of people who have different interests give you that necessary basis and background that you can fit into your life.
I had the good fortune of having a number of, I thought, very competent professors who would stimulate thought, and they would require us to be rather precise in what we were saying, and not to avoid careless, easy thinking.
Right. Yeah, right.
I would say that was one of the most important things I would get from formal education.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of, do your thing, but in moderation. Don't go overboard. You've read where it says, our youth now love luxury. They tyrannize their teachers. They sass their parents. They're hellions, Well, that was said by Socrates 2,000 years ago. It was back then the same as it is today. And it probably won't change. 1,000 years from now, it'll be very similar. But youth are rambunctious, and they have to explore. And you got to give them some leeway. Don't tie them up like you would an animal and keep a leash on them. They make mistakes, of course. Some are big, some are small. Hopefully, they're all little.
I would tell them, don't take these opportunities for granted. You're in a very privileged position, and you ought to take full advantage of what those opportunities are at present for yourself. Because the world will change, and the more you're prepared for that change, the better off you'll be.
The world you live in is constantly changing. No one knows what it's going to be like. And you can't look back on your parents' lives and see what yours is going to be like. It may be quite different, but you just have to be open to every opportunity.